I know for Gabe and for Rock, it's been a long time thing. You know, Gabe's always in the gym. I always see him in the gym, and I actually saw someone post about it not too long after, and I was like, if Gabe's doing it, I should be doing it too. So I kind of just followed his lead, and I went out there with Manny after, and we just shot a little bit after. You know, you can always improve on your game, and you could always, shoot better. So I just wanted to follow his lead and try and do as much as I can to be a better player.
All right, great. Thanks for that.
Hmm.
Our next question is from Chris Solari.
Malik, wanted to kind of see what your feeling was of 2 games now without any fans, and and what do you expect now with your first quote unquote road game with no fans? I mean, how do you prepare for that in a new environment?
I think it'll be interesting. You know, the first 2 games, it honestly wasn't that bad. Actually, the school I came from, Sunrise, we were a very small school, so we never really had a lot of fans. Like at most, we probably had like 40 people for our games, and the road games were just about the same, maybe even less. So, I mean, I'm used to kind of playing with nobody really there watching, and I think it'll be fun though. You know, when you have a team that everyone really cares about each other, the staff cares about the players, and the players care about the staff. I think it'll be a fun atmosphere. I think we've done pretty well so far with it just being us.
Is there any moments during a game where you kind of notice they're missing, and how have you guys on the bench and tried to elevate the energy level to maybe replace some of that?
We've actually had a lot of conversations. You know, Coach Iz always puts it in our head like it's only us. You know, like we're the only people there. So just try and cheer your teammates on as much as possible. And I think we love the Izzo zone, but also having them not there kind of shows how much your team is rooting for you. And when you have that behind you, it shows you like a different level of care. Like the people that you're with every day are there rooting for you no matter what happens.
All right. Our next question comes from Kyle Austin.
Hey, Malik, just wondering, we've seen a lot of forwards play this year, a lot of forwards play well. What have you made of kind of the depth you guys have in your front court and kind of that battle for minutes you guys have going on?
Can you say that question again, please?
Sorry, just we've seen a lot of different forwards play this year. Obviously, play key, a lot of minutes for you guys. Just wondering what you've made of the depth you guys have in the front court this year, and just kind of that battle for the point.
Honestly, for me, I never really paid attention to all that. If there's somebody that's playing better than me or there's somebody that's playing better than another dude, you should want the best player to get the minutes, and whoever's producing the most should get the minutes. And I think it just kind of speaks to how good of a team we are, that we have a lot of people who can get on the court and impact the game in different ways and even in better ways. And I think that it's a really good thing just to have this many people that are competing for minutes, because then it makes you want to be a better player and compete against the people that you're going to compete with.
Our next question comes from Dalton Shedler.
Hey Malik, question to you is with this upcoming game between Michigan State and Duke. Of course, MSU is a team that likes to run up and down the floor, and I think somebody brought it up earlier that Duke is a team that likes to get in transition as well. What are you guys doing to try and prepare for Duke in the up-tempo play, and what is it maybe about them that you're most concerned with, or just trying to make sure you're prepared for the most?
We do a really good job with our scouts, and I think mostly just paying attention to everything that they laid out for us. As far as the scouting report says, we do transition defense 1 to 2 times every practice, and just working on getting back and making sure that even if you're not matched up with the man that you're supposed to guard, you can scramble around and get to the person that you need to guard. And I think it all has to do with just the scout that they lay out for us.
Our next question is from Brendan Quinn.
Hey Malik, I don't know, was yesterday an off day? How much film in New York City watched the dude?
Yesterday was not an off day. We watched film in the morning, and then we had practice. Me, so far, I watched the film with the team, but I actually got here early, and I'm doing this, so I'm actually gonna go watch film after this again,
So,
I should say.
so far, what kind of jumped out to you personnel-wise of what they do?
I think personnel-wise, they have a lot of effective pieces, people who are really good at certain things of the game, and I think just being able to, lock into those certain pieces, we can limit them in a sense, and I think that'll be probably the thing that sticks out the most to me.
And what do you like about the look when you guys go a little bit small, maybe put Joey at the 5, put you at the 4? It's a different look for you guys. What do you like about it, and what are the dynamics at play there?
I think for me, what I like the most is, just being able to switch. Like I think that hinders somebody's offense to an extent, especially when you have two forwards that can guard guards, and then all you really have to worry about is like maybe the biggest person in their lineup posting up a Foster or a Rocket, and that's where our help defense, comes into play, which I think is really good. I think it's a very big weapon that we have, being able to go low and being able to go big.
And what about on the offensive end?
On the offensive end, on versatility, being able to have our 5-man being Joey, who can absolutely shoot the crap out the ball, and having 3 guards in there along with 2 guys who aren't scared to get in the post.
Thank you.
All right, we got time for 2 more for Malik. We'll start with Audrey Dahlgren and wrap up with Brendan from the Impact. Audrey?
Hey Malik, I was just wondering, in a year that's been so untraditional in a sense, how nice or welcoming is it to be able to still play in this Champions Classic game against a team that's also usually always in the mix when it comes to this tournament?
I think it's very nice, there being things that we obviously can't do with the fans, and, traveling to certain places and being able to like maybe walk around when we get somewhere. I think it'll still be nice to, have a little sense of normalcy and being able to play against such a high caliber team.
And what do you hope that your team gains from this matchup versus Duke?
Experience, just playing against someone of such a high level. We haven't done that yet. Usually we start off the year with that first game, and I think it'll be good just to, kind of open our eyes a little bit to a high level team and where we stand in the country, as far as like being one of the better teams in the country.
Thank you.
Last question. Brendan at the Impact.
Hey Malik, so obviously 2020 has been a crazy year, and the schedule came together late, and basketball is always quick turnarounds, 2 or 3 days and then another game, but in a year like this with so much going on, and the games can change quickly, what do you do personally? I mean, your coaches and your staff are going to do stuff to get you guys ready, but what do you do personally to make sure, despite the quick turnaround, despite the 1 or 2 days off, you're ready for that next game?
I think this year, honestly, I've paid a lot more attention to my body and, how to give it rest, whether that's being able to, like, step away from all sorts of technology just so I can have time to talk with myself or, just kind of get to know how I'm feeling most of the time. Also, like stretching and recovery aspects. I think that's probably what I do the most to just, make sure I'm prepared for the next game.
Appreciate it, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Malik, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for your time, man.
All right, thank you.